All right, Wes, thank you.
The Hedingham mass shooter will spend the rest of his life in prison without the possibility of parole.
A judge sentenced Austin Thompson today after he pleaded guilty to shooting and killing 5 people in August of 2022.
October of 2022.
October, sorry.
These are Thompson's victims from left to right. Nicole Connors, Austin's brother James Thompson, Gabriel Torres, Mary Marshall, and Susan Carnatz. Thompson also badly hurt Lynn Gardner and Raleigh police officer Casey Clark.
CBS 17's Dina Harley is joining us now after covering this case for nearly 3.5 years now. And Dina, this is the end of a very long and painful saga for the victims' families.
Yeah, and Superior Court Judge Paul Ridgway made it very clear today that he thinks Thompson belongs to this rare category of people who committed crimes so heinous while they were juveniles that having no chance at freedom is fitting.
For the first-degree murder of James Thompson, I'm ordering you incarcerated for a term of life without the possibility of parole.
The first of 5 life without parole sentences handed down to 18-year-old Austin Thompson today, over 3 years after he shot and killed 5 people, including his then 16-year-old brother James in 2022.
The sentence matched the crime.
In January, Thompson pleaded guilty to shooting his brother and then stabbing him 57 times in the neck.
Why does he get to wear clothes? Oh, he must be. Is he out on bail? Or is he out on bond? He's wearing clothes, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody out here. Salute to. You said you ain't think I was going live? Yeah, man. You know, I mean, I gotta go live for you guys, man, tonight, man. We in the building, man. We in the building.
Shooting his brother and then stabbing him 57 times in the neck before walking through Raleigh's Hedingham neighborhood and killing Nicole Connors and her dog Sammy, Gabriel Torres, Mary Marshall, and Sue Carnatz. Thompson also shot Lynn Gardner and Raleigh police officer Casey Clark. They survived. Both of them testified during the hearing, as well as family members of those killed.
I felt a sense of responsibility to be here for Nicole and Sammy, and it's just the least I could do, man.
While sentencing Thompson to a lifetime in prison with no chance at ever being free, Judge Ridgway said he did not buy into the defense's argument that Thompson was in a depersonalization episode brought on by acne medication. Instead, the judge pointed to internet searches the defendant made about school shootings, famous serial killers, and specific details about the murders he'd eventually carry out, including searching whether someone screams when stabbed in the neck.
Defendant's crime were the product.
Damn. That search history is a motherfucker, boy. That search history is a motherfucker. Get you every time, man. If you gonna search something, man, you gotta get a dummy account, man. You gotta go, I don't know, you gotta sneak around to search some shit if you want. Maybe go to I don't know. Go to, I don't know, man. Because once you get on your Google, you done. You got to, like, browse as a guest. And then you got to be in a place where there ain't no cameras. I don't know how you get around the search history thing, man. That's a rough one, man. Yeah, that's a rough one, Jack. They gonna get you with the search history every time, man. Hey. Got that motherfucker with his search history. He said, yeah, Our Nation Live. Yeah, man. Our Nation Live, man. At 1:30, man, in the morning, man. You know how it is, man. You know what it do. We in this bitch, man. Let me, That search history is a motherfucker, though, man. It will get you. I seen so many stories where the search history got. It's like, yo, damn, got nabbed by the search history.
That Thompson was in a While sentencing Thompson to a lifetime in prison with no chance at ever being free, Judge Ridgway said he did not buy into the defense's argument that Thompson was in a depersonalization episode brought on by acne medication.
A depersonalized episode brought on by acne medication. That lawyer, I get it. I give you one thing. That lawyer was good. That lawyer did their job. You even recommend that lawyer even if you lost. Even if you lost, you recommend that lawyer. Jesus Christ. Did she say a depersonalization episode brought on by acne medication? Holy shit.
Responsibility to be here for Nicole and Sammy, and it's just the least I could do, man.
While sentencing Thompson to a lifetime in prison with no chance at ever being free, Judge Ridgway said he did not buy into the defense's argument that Thompson was in a depersonalization episode brought on by acne medication. Instead, the judge pointed to internet searches the defendant made about school shootings, famous serial killers, and specific details about the murders he'd eventually carry out, including searching whether someone screams when stabbed in the neck.
Defendant's crime were the product of months of fantasizing, planning, and preparation, and not the product of transient immaturity.
It's a day that changed Raleigh forever, marked as the largest mass shooting in the city's history.
This is something that certainly eroded, I think, all of our senses of security. These people were coming home at the end of the day, right? Very normal day-to-day life. I think we would all see ourselves in the things that these victims were doing, at that moment when their lives were cut short.
Outside of the courtroom, some family members of victims say Friday sentencing is the start of some sort of closure, but that it'll never fully be over.
I never heard Austin apologize. I never heard him, never seen any regrets. So right now I can't forgive him, So
Right,
I
bro.
can't forgive him.
Judge Ridgway echoing the impact the murders have had on the victims and the city as a whole, saying life in prison without parole is the only fitting option.
Court concludes that the answer to the issue before the court at this hearing is yes. Austin Thompson is the rare offender whose crime reflects irreparable corruption.
And just so emotional watching that court hearing. And like you guys said, covering this for the last few years. Now, Thompson's defense team has already said they will appeal this decision. They think it's unconstitutional because of how old he was at the time of the crime. That, of course, though, will take years. Wake County District Attorney Lauren Freeman said this case will continue to be in appellate courts for years to come.
Yeah, they laid that groundwork really as soon as it was over.
Yeah. Yep.
They took him out very quickly, though.
Yeah.
As soon as that sentence, he was
Very quickly, yeah.
all right. Dina, thank you and all the work you've done.
They're going to appeal it so we got to pay for this fucker to go to court for the next 20 years. Jesus Christ. Fucking A, man. Fucking A.
The owner of a Montclair jewelry store is speaking out after an armed robber pulled off a violent smash and grab this week.
Yeah, but he didn't have an easy time doing it. A shop employee fought back, and all of it was caught on video. Chris Wolf joining us live from Montclair with a story you'll see only on 5. Chris?
That's right, Rick and Karine. The victims here are an Armenian-American family who pour their hearts and souls into this jewelry store business. The brave employee who you're about to see in this incredible surveillance footage is also the sister of the shop owner. And he tells me he is shocked that she took such a risk. It was just another day at the Fast Fix jewelry and watch repair shop at the Montclair Place Mall on Thursday, February 12th, shortly after 7:30 p.m. That's until a man pretending to browse around the store walked out, walked back in, and then charged behind the counter, brandishing a handgun and also a stun gun at the female employee, demanding diamond rings and fine jewelry and telling her to keep quiet. But this armed robber underestimated his victim. Instead of surrendering and backing away immediately, she puts up one hell of a fight, seemingly unfazed by the weapons pointed right at her at close range. The brave woman appears to take a boxing stance at times, rushing the thug and struggling with him, even as he smashes the display case with his stun gun in his determination to snatch pricey merchandise before making an escape. Despite the scuffle, he got away with precious gems. The determined sales clerk is the sister of the shop owner. This is a family business, their baby. You put up a fight. You even look like you were like this at one point. What was going through your mind?
I was scared, but I see, like, I'm gonna do something, just, I'm gonna help by myself or something, and I start laughing, and then he start.
Bitch, you did some crazy shit. You did some stupid shit. Don't do that again, man. That guy wasn't about it. That guy wasn't about it. He wasn't with the shits. That's probably what she meant. Hey, I knew this nigga wasn't with it. I knew this soft ass nigga wasn't about that shit. Shout out to Gouch Malone, man. Gouch Malone says, salute Auckland Nation. Good to see you all. Yeah, man. Good to see you too. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. He said, she kind of fine. You like them chunky? Hey, man, whatever suits you, whatever floats your boat, man. Whatever floats your boat, man.
Business, their baby. You put up a fight. You even look like you were like this at one point. What was going through your mind?
I was scared, but I see, like, I'm gonna do something, just, I'm gonna help by myself or something, and I start laughing, and then he start touch me, with my legs, and he run, and the security come in, and he run all the merchandise in floor, the glass all in the floor. Yes.
You were never scared for your life?
I was scared so much. Yes.
But you still fought.
Yes. I was scared so much. It's so bad for me,
Wow.
Welcome to America. That bitch own a business. I mean, they got a business. She can't even speak fucking English. Welcome to America. That's one thing black folk ain't gonna do. We ain't gonna have no jewelry shop. Black folk don't sell jewelry. Only kind of jewelry black folks sell is the type of jewelry you don't want. Like, black folk will sell like crystals and shit and medallions and shit. And, like fucking sapphires and rubies. Niggas ain't selling no diamonds and gold. Niggas don't got no store selling that shit. Niggas already know you getting robbed.
Still fought.
Yes. I was scared so much. It's so bad for me,
Wow. The victims believe the attacker is roughly 45 to 55 years old, Hispanic, darker skinned, speaking broken English. He wore a cap, face mask, and a jacket. Anyone with information should contact Montclair Police. We'll have much more on this developing story later on tonight. For now, reporting live in Montclair, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
Incredible video, Wolfie. Thank you. Shoppers scramble as gunfire erupts outside the Westfield Mall in Culver City last night. One person was killed and another wounded. And tonight, police are still searching for the two suspects. The violence comes just days after the city was thrust into the spotlight by Attorney General Pam Bondi's remarks about crime in the normally quiet neighborhood.
Angelique Cockadey is live for us in Culver City. She has reaction to that. Angelique.
Well, Well, Rick and Karina spoke to one witness who says he completely went into flight or fight mode. He also says other people nearby also panicked. All this as the search, as you said, for those two suspects continues tonight.
10 to 12, more shots in a row.
Sylvan Wolf, an employee at the Bombay Frankie Company in Culver City, is recounting a harrowing Friday night.
One dad picked up a child and scooped him up and ran to the back.
After police say an argument between 4 people, possibly more, outside the Macy's at Westfield Mall left 2 men shot, one later dying from his injuries, and 2 suspects still on the run.
We immediately set up a containment area and began searching for any involved parties.
The area around Sepulveda and Jefferson was shut down for hours as police collected evidence, K-9 units assisting in the search.
We did have several witnesses, several vehicles that were in that area that had to be secured for a portion of time, and we really appreciate the cooperation that we received from the public.
The shooting follows comments made by U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi this week about the crime in Culver City, putting it on the national stage.
Her district includes Culver City, and she's not talking about any crime in her district.
Culver City's mayor was unavailable today, but the latest data shows.
Yeah, she unavailable today, man. Yeah, that lady tried to go after Pam Bondi, man. That's right. This is what you gotta do, man. Yeah, stop being a softie, man. Fight fire with fire. I like that Pam Bondi did that. Called her out about the crime in her own district. Even though I'm not a big fan of Pam Bondi, but at least she's not at least she accidentally hit somebody. That's kind of like you just it's kind of like when you getting choked out and thrown around like a rag doll, but while the person is choking you out and throwing you around like a rag doll, they trip up and fall down the steps and hit their head, and it looked like anybody that walking in that moment, it looked like you won, but you've been getting your ass kicked like a normal Republican or conservative would any interaction with a Democrat.
City, and she's not talking about any crime in her district.
Culver City's mayor was unavailable today, but the latest data shows overall crime is down 6% from Q3 of 2024 to the same time in 2025. Still, for those who heard the shots ring out,
I would normally be on shift to work this afternoon at the mall.
Gratefulness for the pre-planned Valentine's Day vacation.
I am grateful that I'm not there today.
Now, as the investigation continues, police are asking anyone with information to go ahead and give them a call. For now, they're reporting live in Culver City. Angelique Kakade, I'll send it back over to you in Hollywood.
All right, Angelique, we thank you.
Yo, I'm from Culver City, yo. You know we don't play, man. I'm in Culver City, man. We don't play, bro.
New video tonight from our 8 News Now investigators showing 2 recent interactions between Henderson City Councilwoman Monica Larson and the police. Thank you for staying with us here at 4:30. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
I'm Denise Valdez. So last year, Henderson's 2 police major unions dropped their support of Larson after we aired a very heated incident between Larson and the HPD sergeant. Kyle Payne joining us now live in studio. So Kyle, tell us about these most recent latest encounters.
Denise, Kirsten, everything any of us does these days is caught on camera. But when you're a politician at odds with law enforcement and you get pulled over or someone calls the police on you, it can end up on the news.
I'm Councilwoman Monica Larson.
Councilwoman Monica Larson, introducing herself to a Henderson police officer at the Inspirata Animal Hospital back in November of last year.
I'm the City of Henderson Councilwoman.
And here she is, making sure a Metro traffic cop knows who she is.
She's so proud of herself. She's so proud to be a councilwoman. She act like she the president and shit. I'm the president. Like, bitch, you're a councilwoman in Henderson, bitch. Like, take it easy, bitch. These sisters, boy, I tell you, man.
Making sure a Metro traffic cop knows who she is after she was pulled over on the highway just a few weeks ago. Both incidents recorded on police body cameras.
I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to tell you again.
Again, following last June's dust-up with the Henderson police, also on body cam, after a violent incident near Larson's home.
But he just pulls up on a random red car.
She look rough in that bitch. I know she hated this out there. I know she like, God damn, she will sue you. You'll be hearing from my lawyer if you play this video. Look at that, man. You rough looking sister. You look rough right there. Your tan is all fucked up. You uneven tan. This is why black folk don't need the tan, man, like that, man. Your motherfucker, you look like a goddamn, I don't know what the fuck you look like. You look like a Henderson County fucking inmate and shit, bitch. Everybody hit the like button. Sponsor the show. Take the $5, $20, $30, $50, $80, $100, $1,000 challenge. Sponsor the program. And we in the building, man. Let's catch up on some of this news of the day, man. The news of the day. Said she got a nice neck. Ugh, yikes. That's crazy. That's a diss, man. How do I look? Well, I mean, you've got a nice neck. So what do you think about my girlfriend's cousin I'm hooking you up with, bro? She's got a nice neck.
Up on a random red car.
This episode, and in particular how she spoke to this sergeant on scene.
What is
Don't
that?
ever talk to me like that.
You are being condescending and rude, ma'am.
I'm not being
Yes, you are. You came over and started screaming at me.
Ending up with the city, reminding the city councilwoman of the appropriate channels when she needs the police. And then,
I believe News 8 ran a story.
Our story about this skirmish leading to both major police unions in Henderson to separate themselves from Larson, who ultimately said she wanted nothing to do with Henderson police, writing in an email in December that the HPD lacks, quote, integrity, professionalism, and morality, to which the unions said,
Enough's enough. We're done. You go your way, we'll go ours.
Now, 2 more interactions between Larson and the police.
It is not your business, unfortunately.
After this,
Is there a reason why you all weren't answering the door?
I'm sorry.
I'm Councilwoman Monica Larson.
Okay.
Yo, this woman's officially crazy. I'm Councilwoman Monica. Bitch, don't give a fuck if you know the goddamn Councilwoman, bitch. And you look like, what the fuck, bitch?
is this Larson wanting to get into the Inspirata Animal Hospital after closing for the day, demanding to know why the nighttime staff wasn't opening the door for her.
A dog owner today accusing him of injuring his dog and throwing him in someone else's trash.
Yeah, the dog unfortunately passed away.
Not long after this disturbing news last November, which brought Henderson's police chief Reggie Rader to the podium.
Was injured and was thrown away and discarded while it was still alive. And that's what led us to the arrest.
An interesting way for the police chief to find his way into this story, because listen to what Councilwoman Larson says as soon as the Henderson police open the door to the animal hospital to confront an unamused city councilwoman.
Hello. The chief is on his way.
The chief is on his way. It bears repeating that's Henderson Police Chief Reggie Rader, who oversees the police department with which Larson has found herself at odds.
The chief is on his way.
Not just here in the beginning, but also while she expresses her displeasure.
Is there a reason why she was not answering the door? And she said she was coming back to get my information. She did not, while everybody's sitting there looking at me.
Well, the animal hospital is closed at 8.
I know that.
Okay. I don't know why she didn't
It's
come
okay.
back.
The chief is on his way.
In closing, the officer tells Larson a sergeant and detective are also on the way.
As well. Is there any questions that I can answer
No,
for
it's
you?
okay. I'll wait till he gets here.
And after dropping Rader's name 3 times in this 30-second video, you can finally see the chief escort Larson at long last into the animal hospital. And a couple months later, on Raiders Way, right across from the Las Vegas Raiders practice field, you'll see Councilwoman Monica Larson has the police chief on speakerphone as soon as this officer pulls her over.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
When you're continuously hitting your brakes over and over again, you're following vehicles too closely, and that's causing you to have to hit your brakes. That's following too closely.
I hit my brakes to get over in the right.
Correct.
And then when Larson realized she was getting nowhere with the officer, she picks up her cell phone.
Chief. Okay, so. Yes.
Yo, is she fucking this chief? This relationship between her and the chief is a little bit too close. If I'm the chief's wife, man, I see this, I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Metro.
And pleads her case against Metro to Chief Rader.
So because I put my signal on, he stopped me.
No, that's not what happened.
Whatever happened on the highway or at the animal hospital, Larson got her way, getting inside the animal hospital and driving off without a ticket.
All right, thanks, Chief. Bye.
You work for Henderson PD?
I work I'm the city of Henderson councilwoman.
Okay.
That's where I'm headed.
Okay. Well, you understand that's not what had happened. I'm telling you exactly what had happened. You're following vehicles too closely. You are less than 10 feet away from the next vehicle in front of you at 45 miles an hour. That is unacceptable. Have a nice day.
No ticket there, no written warning. The city sent a statement on behalf of itself and the Henderson Police Department. It didn't answer any of my questions, but...
So any word, I guess, from the police chief, because he was pretty much on speed dial in most of these instances.
Right. No word from him, nor Metro Police, and the animal hospital had no comment. And a spokeswoman for Larson referred us to the city's statement, which you can see at 8newsnow.com.
All right, Kyle, thanks so much for that.
Yeah.
New at 10, the East Bay family of a teen who was shot multiple times during a robbery in Richmond is looking for answers tonight. The 18-year-old is in the hospital fighting for his life. His mother and brother tell KTVU's Amber Lee they are focused on his recovery and getting justice. Amber joins us live in studio with their story tonight. Amber?
Greg, his mother and brother tell me he is showing some signs of improvement, but he still cannot talk or walk. They say they're his voice and wanted to share his story to get him the help he needs.
And I'll be back tomorrow, okay?
2 months after being shot during a robbery in Richmond, Nehemiah Montez is struggling to recover. His family tells me he was initially paralyzed from the neck down, but has slowly been regaining some movement in his arms and legs.
That's beautiful.
Praying, hoping that he's going to get better, hoping that I get my son back.
On Saturday, December 13th, around 6 in the evening, the family says the Hayward teen was in Richmond with friends. During a phone call with mom, the then 17-year-old said he was about to be picked up by a rideshare driver to return home to Hayward to watch a movie. Police say the teen was with 2 others when they were approached by 3 to 4 suspects who demanded their belongings. One of the teen's friends handed over an item of jewelry. During the robbery, one suspect shot Nehemiah. His family says he was struck in the face, chest, and stomach. He also suffered a massive stroke.
It's a mother's worst nightmare. And not to know if he was dead or alive.
Try and talk, Baba.
This isn't new.
The family says Nehemiah underwent 10 surgeries and is facing at least 1 more. He turned
10 surgeries. 10 surgeries. He looked like a Negro. I can't tell if he a Negro or a goddamn Hombrito, man. Both his parents look like Hombritos, but he came out looking like a Sunbrito. Ain't that something? It's like 2 Hombritos made a Sunbrito. Two Hombritos made a Sunbrito. But yeah, man. Yo. Your mom was fooling around. Mom was fooling around, man. Nah, I think that's a big kid. I think because he looked kind of like the dad. He got the dad's eyes. He got the dad's nose and the dad's ears. He said mom was fooling around. Oh man, that lady, man. 10 surgeries though. That's what I wanted to talk about. 10 surgeries. 10 surgeries. The white man, your country's is the best, man. This little motherfucker, whatever the fuck he is, got 10 surgeries out of the white man. He done fleeced the white man out of 10 surgeries, man. And he gonna be out protesting ICE as soon as he get better. As soon as he get better, he'll be protesting ICE and talking about how racist this country is. 10 surgeries. God damn it, bro. You on the hook, man. You owe the white man.
Was dead or alive?
Try and talk, Baba.
This isn't new.
The family says Nehemiah underwent 10 surgeries and is facing at least one more. He turned 18 years old while he was in ICU. Police say there's no arrest so far, but that they're actively investigating the incident. His mother and brother are concerned that Nehemiah's case will be overlooked because the detective assigned is investigating other shootings. Nehemiah looked forward to.
Oh, this is a hate crime. This is a hate crime. This is a crime. This is a hate crime, y'all.
Nehemiah looked for other shootings. Nehemiah.
I know he like, yo, why y'all show that? Hey, yo, why the fuck y'all show that, man? I'm laying up in the bed looking gangster as shit. I'm laying up in the bed gangster as a motherfucker. I survived all these shots. I'm looking like a real one out here, man, and y'all gonna play this video, man. What, he listening to some Bad Bunny? That sound like he listening to some Bad Bunny, y'all. The fuck?
Shootings. Nehemiah looked forward to graduating from high school in June. His family says the principal gave the teen this certificate of recognition for his hard work when the principal visited him at the hospital. Nehemiah aspires to be a firefighter.
He was such a loving, goofy boy who had a bright future, and we are there every step of the way, and we just want answers.
It was just senseless. I don't understand why they did that to my son. I am so blessed that he's alive.
Maybe mom was fooling around, man. Look at Pop's build, man. Look at Pop's build versus his builds. Maybe mom's was fooling around, man. You never know, man. You can't put that past moms, man.
He was such a loving, goofy boy who had a bright future, and we are there every step of the way, and we just want answers.
It was just senseless.
Moms was there every step of the way. We don't know if you was there every step of the way, Dad.
He was such a loving, goofy boy who had a bright future, and we are there every step of the way, and we just want answers.
It was just senseless. I don't understand why they did that to my son. I am so blessed that he's alive, and it's like I'm just like a robot right now.
Yeah,
Salute to Anthony Madison down under. He says Trump's fault. Yeah. It's Trump's fault, man. Them 10 surgeries is Trump's fault too, man. God damn, motherfucker got 10 motherfucking surgeries. God damn, motherfucker. 10? You old, nigga. You old, man. You owe us to shut the fuck up. You got to shut the fuck up about everything political for the next 10 years. Don't say shit. They don't hear shit about. They don't give a fuck what you think about nothing. But I shut the fuck up.
Maya faces a long and uncertain road to recovery. The family has started an online fundraiser to help with medical expenses and special.
I'm not getting that Nancy Guthrie case. That Nancy Guthrie case. All right, let's see this. Wow, this is insane. Yikes.
Local family is asking for federal help freeing their brother from an African prison. Brad Schlenker was arrested last December after landing in Guinea to refuel.
And Schlenker's family tells us
landed in Guinea to refuel, man. He must have really had to refuel, but he must have been on E. Land over there, man.
Local family is asking for federal help freeing their brother from an African prison. Brad Schlenker was arrested last December after landing in Guinea to refuel.
And Schlenker's family tells us it's in communication with the State Department, Congress, even the president. WGN's Julian Cruz reports from Geneva.
Good evening. Family members here in West suburban Geneva deeply concerned about pilot Brad Schlenker, who was arrested at the Guinea airport in West Africa on December 30th, along with his New Jersey co-pilot. Schlenker, who is able to make calls from his cell, speaking to us directly tonight.
And the simple fact that we're here is an abomination.
63-year-old pilot Brad Schlenker speaking to us tonight from a West African prison, arguing that Guinea airport controllers gave him every indication that he and his co-pilot could land.
They told you several times you were cleared to land, right?
Affirmative. You're cleared to land. Confirmed, cleared to land. Yep, cleared to land. That trumps everything right there.
They were surprised when they obviously landed with, 18 machine guns pointed at them.
Geneva's John Schlenker describing the contentious scene at the Guinea airport in December.
So this is a life and death situation.
John Schlenker says after his brother, veteran pilot Brad Schlenker, landed his Gulfstream 4 jet in Guinea, West Africa, December 30th, he and co-pilot Fabio Nunez went to jail, accused of breaching Guinea airspace without authorization. Even though they'd received permission from the tower multiple times, told they were clear to land. The pilots charged with landing without a permit and other infractions.
They were cleared by 3 judges to be innocent. But then the government or the military came in and applied pressure, and then they refused to let them out of prison.
There's no electricity. There's no running water.
The voice of Brad Schlenker in this recorded phone call from West.
No electricity, no running water. I feel bad, man. These pilots, man, they do a good job, man. White pilots, man. I'm like Charlie Kirk, man. This is a white pilot, man. Teaching that on Brito pilot.
West Africa, describing
he was trying to teach this on Brito how to fly too, man. Shout out to that white pilot, man. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, man. Yeah, we gotta free this white pilot, man. He ain't do nothing wrong, man.
To let them out of prison.
There's no electricity. There's no running water.
The voice of Brad Schlenker in this recorded phone call from West Africa, describing conditions inside his Guinea jail cell and their desperation to get out after 45 days behind bars.
Marco Rubio, Mr. Trump. This is Brad Schlenker calling you from Guinea prison. We're begging for help.
We reached out to the State Department regarding this urgent matter. No comment tonight as the Schlenker family pleads for help. In Geneva, Julian Cruz, WGN News.
Would you look at his past? Would you look at his accounts, man? If you was Trump, would you look at his history, his online history, and see if he been talking shit? See if he been talking shit or not, calling people fascists and Nazis. Would you do that? Or would that be petty? Hey.
How you doing? With Crime Stoppers about the homicide that happened in the Beck.
Paul Rutherford with Cook County Crime Stoppers and a half dozen detectives are out here on Drexel Street with one mission:
Did you hear any commotion, any yelling or screaming or anything like that?
to find more information, even if it's small.
How's it going? With Crime Stoppers about that homicide?
Oh, yeah, I remember about that.
To arrest the person or people accused of shooting and killing 36-year-old Kiara Jenkins nearly a month ago. Police say she was walking down this alley on her way to church around 4:30 in the morning.
Dang.
She was gunned down. Now, Chicago police detectives and Crime Stoppers are talking with neighbors and putting these flyers around the area with Jenkins's picture on it to keep her investigation at the top of their minds.
The best thing is when we talk to these residents, I mean, they are their eyes and ears of the community.
In a CBS News Chicago investigation, we found that Jenkins was lying in this alley for 10 hours before police responded.
Damn.
Even though an off-duty police officer called this in immediately after shots were fired.
I feel like the family deserves to know, where was the police? Where was the response?
We spoke with a neighbor who says none of the cameras in the alley picked up police arriving, even though police say they closed the call out at 5:08 a.m. It wasn't until around 3 in the afternoon surveillance cameras captured police showing up.
If the police had come in the area when the 911 call came in, they could have heard that, and maybe that would have made a difference.
We ain't heard nothing. We ain't really seen no family or nothing.
Now Crime Stoppers is offering a $10,000 reward for any leads related to Jenkins's death.
So I know the money's not going to bring her back, but it brings some closure to the
family.
Yeah.
As they continue to push for answers.
Right now, there's this homicide. Tomorrow could be someone else's case.
In Woodlawn, Marissa Sulek, CBS News, Chicago.
Cook County Crime Stoppers also visited the scene of an unsolved murder in the Greater Grand Crossing neighborhood. Investigators went door to door here along South Hartwell Avenue looking for clues in a nearly 3-year-old cold case. The victim, Philip Meters, was shot to death at a house party in April 2020.
Well, fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. I ain't snitching. I ain't giving up my good snitch-free record to help this nigga get. Fuck that. That nigga was involved in some shit. I ain't risking snitching and shit and getting into a whole bunch of bullshit with some niggas over this nigga. But I know this nigga was involved in some deep street shit. He was out there.
Nearly 3-year-old cold case. The victim, Philip Meters, was shot to death at a house party in April 2023. A $10,000 reward is being offered in the case.
He probably was in there mean mugging everybody, all types of shit.
Another Lyft driver has been shot and killed in Cleveland just hours after telling News 5 there was no reason for heightened concern for rideshare drivers. Cleveland police announced a second driver was killed overnight. News 5's Kaylee Olivas has the latest details from police and reaction from those who make a living behind the wheel.
Yeah, Rob, right now, Cleveland police say there isn't enough information to show whether these two shootings are connected or not. Regardless, it has local rideshare drivers on edge.
That is not coincidence. One is too many, so two is definitely too many. It's ridiculous.
Sunday night, just before 10.
Male's hurt, down on the ground, not moving.
Found near West 103rd Street and Rose Hill Avenue, shot in the head. A Lyft driver, 56-year-old Antoine Latham, rushed to a nearby hospital where he was later pronounced dead. 27 hours later.
Male's in his mid-20s or 30s for the caller, says he's not awake. The vehicle doors are locked. They're not getting a response from him.
A police report showing a man was found slumped over in his car on East 84th Street. His 2013 Volkswagen Passat crashed into a dumpster. He, too, a Lyft driver.
It's so frustrating because it's like that's another stream of income. And it's like you can't even go out and actually do your job. Your mind frame is on making extra money.
Because of niggas. Because of niggas. You can't go out and be a Lyft driver because of niggas. Okay? Because of niggas. Ain't nobody killing no Lyft drivers but some niggas. This a low gutter crime. This is a low budget Timu fucking bottom basement criminal fucking enterprise and shit. Robbing Lyft drivers. Ain't nothing but some niggas. Ain't nothing but some goddamn niggas. Okay? Period. Period. Sponsor tonight's program. Take the $5 challenge. Support the show. Sponsor tonight's programming. Shout out to Barry B. Barry B is in the building. Sponsor tonight's programming. We in the building for you, man. Bringing you this latest news, man. I'm telling you, this ain't nothing but some niggas. This got niggas written all over it. This got niggas written all over it. Okay? Niggas written all over it.
When another person's mind frame is on hurting somebody.
On Monday, Cleveland police saying the initial incident was isolated.
But at this point, there's no indication that, there should be like heightened concerns from, Lyft drivers or Uber drivers.
But now with 2 deadly shootings, all rideshare drivers can do is think the worst.
Maybe serial killer.
In both cases, Lyft tells us the riders are permanently removed from the platform. Lyft drivers want more done, though. Now calling on the company to update safety features like rider background checks, family and friends location sharing for drivers, and allowing drivers to carry weapons.
We should have a better system than what we have now. They should have more security for the drivers.
They don't want firearms, but there's golf clubs, there's bats, there's hammers, there's other other things you could, because you need to protect yourself, and you got to be really cautious about who you pick up.
Lyft says it is cooperating with law enforcement. So far,
You gotta be really cautious about who you pick up. I wonder what the mental calculus is when they pick what races cause the most mental calculus, man, about who you pick up and being cautious and shit.
Really cautious about who you pick up.
Lyft says it is cooperating with law enforcement. So far, no suspect has been identified. For News 5 here in Cleveland, I'm Kaylee Olivas.
In addition to permanently banning the 2 riders, Lyft says it is devastated by the loss of 2 drivers, and the company's hearts are with their families. We also reached out to Lyft about doing an on-camera interview, but the company pointed us back to the statement. CPD says it will release information about suspects, quote, as soon as it is appropriate, and does not compromise the investigations.
Hey. Well, I already know who the suspects are.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Prosecutor Aurora Santiago Flores for the City of Cleveland. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge Isabella Jackson on behalf of the Public Defender's Office.
Good morning, Ms. Jackson.
Yamina sharply traveled to the Public Defender's Office.
Good morning. Tell me your name one more time.
Yes, Yamina sharply Travis.
Say the
2 last names.
Okay, say the first one.
Yamina
Your first last name.
Sharply.
Sharply.
Yes,
Okay, Travis. Thank you, Ms. Sharply Travis.
All right, you guys can be seated.
Your Honor, first case we're gonna call is Derek Dove.
This is the arraignment of the Lyft shooter in Cleveland. This is the arraignment. This is who they got for the shooting of the Lyft driver.
Aggravated murder.
What I tell you, man? Goddamn fucking Cro-Magnon and shit. A relic, man. Goddamn beast. That nigga ain't even human, man. That nigga ain't human. Look at that nigga, man. Head held high too. Nigga, you should have your head. Nigga, you should be fucking. You should come in there with motherfucking covering your shit up. His head just held high.
All right, good morning, Mr. Dove. How are you? All right, and Ms. Jackson, I'm going to enter your appearance for the record. Thank you. And Attorney Torres, we need to talk about the bond. I'm going to turn to the state of Ohio. I see we have a high bond request here. What's the state's position with respect to bond?
Before that, Your Honor, I believe that there will be a preliminary hearing requested in this case. The date will be February 23rd.
Okay, so we're going to schedule a preliminary hearing for February 23rd here in 3D at 8:30. And let's go on to talk about.
God damn, look at that nigga, man. Look at that nigga. Jesus Christ. Fucking A, man. God damn, man. Jeez. Yeah, you gotta be careful who you pick up out here in these streets, man. You pick him up, you like, oh shit. I'm racist, man. Be like, nah, just you pull up, be like, yeah, nigga, I'm racist. I'm sorry, bro. I'm racist, man. I can't pick you up, man. I can't pick you up, bro. You look like a goddamn, I don't know what the fuck you look like. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button. Sponsor that.
I want to talk about bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state will ask for at least a $1 million cash surety bond. The defendant is 20 years old and he is allegedly responsible for the death of 56-year-old Antoine Lethem this past Sunday. Thank you.
And Attorney Jackson, on behalf of your client.
Thank you, Your Honor. While we do understand the nature of the charge alleged in this case, I would like to highlight that Mr. Dove does score a 2 and a 1, has no adult criminal history. He would reside in the city of Cleveland and does have transportation to and from court if he were to be released. So we are asking for the most reasonable bond, Your Honor.
All right. And Attorney Torres, can you give me a little bit more context about the nature of the offense?
Well, Your Honor, this is a case where our victim was a Lyft driver. Allegedly, as he was driving, the defendant was in the vehicle. The victim was shot in the back of the head. The defendant allegedly ran from the vehicle. And it is my understanding that we have video showing the defendant with blood on his person.
Okay, thank you. Based off the factual circumstances and the nature of this offense, I don't believe that $1 million bond would even be appropriate. I don't believe there are any set of restrictions or circumstances that we could adequately protect the public from. Mr. Dove, that would reasonably assure public safety. That sounds like a stranger incident. I also believe because of the nature of the charges, he would present a flight risk. So for those reasons, I'm going to hold you, Mr. Dove, with no bond pending a hearing. So pursuant to the statute, you're entitled to have a hearing to reconsider my decision regarding no bond. I can give the city a 1-day continuance, but for good cause shown, we can continue it up to 3 days and reset this for an additional bond hearing. But based off that fact pattern, I don't believe that any bond would be appropriate under these circumstances. Is the city required?
Damn, man, you got the wrong black lady judge, man. How the fuck you think about it, man? You come to court, you get a black woman judge, you like, oh yes, and it's this bitch. She sounded real nice, don't the judge sound nice? Didn't she sound real nice, man? She fooled us, man.
Seeing this continuance so that we can.
Yes, Your Honor, the state will ask for a continuance until Tuesday. Monday's a holiday.
Okay, so it brings us to the 17th. So we'll be back here on the 17th at 8:30 in the morning to take evidence with respect to the no bond decision I'm making for now, at which point the government can present evidence through the testimony of the investigating detective attached to this case to decide whether or not a bond will be appropriate at any point during your case, all right? So we're all set, we'll be back there on Tuesday.
Damn.
The man accused of killing a Lyft driver in Cleveland is in jail tonight. Derek Dove is charged with aggravated murder. Police say he shot the driver while robbing him of his cell phone. In court yesterday, the judge ordered him held without bail. He'll be back in court next week.
Robbed him of his cell phone. I told you it was some low rank nigga gutter fucking stupid shit. Press 1. I told you. Ain't nobody robbing a Lyft driver but some fucking nigger. Some fart nigger. That's it. Fart nigger. That's the only person gonna rob a motherfucking Lyft driver, a fart nigger. Fucking fart nigger. That lady was right. What's her name? Nicole Curtis. She was right. Fart nigger.
He shot the driver while robbing him of his cell phone. In court yesterday, the judge ordered him held without bail. He'll be back in court next week. But today, for the very first time, the driver's family shares memories of him with News 5's Maya Lockett.
It's still a little hard to catch my breath.
A family is in pain.
You never think of someone's life ending like his did.
Mourning 56-year-old Lyft driver Antoine Latham, who was fatally shot on February 8th. His father still not understanding why.
Senseless killing over a phone? I mean, does it really make any sense to do something like that?
Days after the shooting, police arrested 20-year-old Derek Dove in connection with Latham's killing. Police say he shot Latham while robbing him of his cell phone.
I really feel sorry for the young man and his family, because not only are we going through it, but they're going through it too.
That don't make me think. See, he think that make him look like a better person. He think that make him look like a really good person. Man, you ain't had to say that, bro. That make you look stupid. His family ain't going through it. They knew that nigga wasn't shit. They knew that nigga wasn't shit and he wasn't never gonna be shit. They ain't going through a motherfucking thing. They just glad he ain't get their house shot up. They glad y'all ain't gonna retaliate and try to shoot up their house.
Latham had only been driving for Lyft for 4 months, picking up extra income while still working his job transporting disabled children.
Antoine, my son, he was a character. He was well loved and he loved others. He loved to do things for others, very helpful, very hardworking.
To cope with his loss, the family is focusing on the good memories.
Me and my father, we laughed a lot together. We could laugh about anything.
Before her father's passing, they weren't on good terms, something Kashana Hill is having a hard time accepting.
And I was working on what it means to forgive. And now I feel like I'll never be able to sit with him and have that conversation to help us get back to where we were.
And now they are working to forgive his alleged killer.
I'm a forgiving person. And maybe as weird as that might sound to some people, the Lord does require us to forgive.
What's something you want people watching this to know about your dad?
That he was a man of God.
And Hill wanted to remind people the importance of forgiveness.
Forgive him before you run out of time. Because now I'm feeling like I lost that time.
Dove is being held.
So she wouldn't. There was something she was mad at her father about. She wouldn't forgive him for. But they gonna instantly forgive this nigga. Ain't that crazy? They gonna instantly forgive this nigga. But Pops, man, it was like, man, me and Pops, man, we couldn't, I was still mad at Dad about something.
Accepting.
And I was working on what it means to forgive. And now I feel like I'll never be able to sit with him and have that conversation to help us get back to where we were.
And now they are working to forgive his alleged killer.
I'm a forgiving person.
That shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy, man. I don't even think these people hear themselves, man. I don't think they hear themselves, man. Dads get a raw deal, man. Being a dad is rough, man. Being a dad is rough.
That time.
Dove is being held without bond. His next court appearance is Tuesday. Maya Lockett, News 5.
If I'm not down here, let me know. Go back.
Good morning, sir. What is your first and last name?
Kevin Ferry.
This is case number 260-556-7801. Pierce City, Michigan versus Kevin Ferris. Appearances, please.
I'm Faraj appearing on behalf of the people.
Miguel Abrico appearing on behalf of Mr. Ferris. Judge, my client's been advised of his constitutional rights and he waives a formal reading the complaint. He stands mute.
The court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of your client. Mr. Faraj, I'm assuming you're asking for a remand in this matter?
I'm recommending a remand, Judge.
Okay. Go ahead and make your argument.
Police officers were originally dispatched at what they believed to be a motor vehicle accident, but was later determined to be much more disturbing than that. Once they arrive on scene and they speak to a gas station clerk, and they uncover a deceased person, they're able to review green light camera footage, which depicts the following. The victim arrives in his vehicle. The defendant arrives shortly thereafter while the victim is inside of the gas station. The defendant grabs the gas pump, puts it into the vehicle, enters the driver's side of the vehicle. Once the victim walks outside of the gas station, he begins pumping gas. And when he opens the door, the defendant's inside the vehicle. They begin fighting. The defendant throws the victim to the ground, kicks him multiple times when he's on the ground. He's observed picking something up at some point, which is later determined to be the watch of the victim. After picking up these items, he continues to punch and kick the victim. He eventually gets in the motor vehicle, reverses the motor vehicle, drives forward on top of the victim, and then circles around the gas station 3 times and drives on top of the victim and drags the victim across the parking lot of the gas station on 3 different occasions. This was
Mr. Faraj, I just got one follow-up question for you, Mr. Faraj. All this was caught on green light video, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. All right, I got your point. Mr. Brico, response, why should I not remand your client?
Thanks, Judge. I'm asking this court today under the court rule to use your discretion. The court rule allows discretion on this matter to not remand my client. I'm asking the court to use that today. Judge, Mr. Ferris is 25 years old. He's lived in Michigan for most of his life. He does have contacts in the state. He's provided us an address in which he resides in the city. I think the court can accomplish the same goals that the court would be looking for with a remand with a high cash bond, and that's what I'm asking for. Judge, with the high cash bond, the court will still be reaching their obligations with safety and flight risk, which flight risk really is not an issue here, Judge. But more importantly, what it allows Mr. Ferris opportunity to exit pretrial detention at some point during these proceedings, while still allowing the court to retain that obligation that they have. So I am asking for a higher amount of cash bond with no objection to any other conditions, Judge. I would ask you to not remand Mr. Ferris today.
Is Mr. Ferris employed?
Judge, he's employed at a nursing home. He does patient care. Along with that, my client does have certain of his own mental ailments that he deals with, that he is receiving his medication for, that he's been taking. And I would like the court to consider that as well as one of the factors that we can consider under 6.106.
Okay. And I know for the record that Mr. Ferris's mother logged in and is watching this proceedings via Zoom. So he does have family support. I'd like to note that for the record. Okay, court, having heard argument as to bond, the facts of this case are very, very egregious. This matter was caught on green light video, and I just can't make any logical sense as to why this happened. Multiple times driving over the complaining witness and resulting being deceased after this alleged carjacking. I believe Mr. Faraj has made his case, prima facie case in the MCR 6.106, that there's a great deal of presumption of guilt in this matter, given I believe there's some witnesses to this matter, coupled with the green light video of this incident. So accordingly, under that court rule, I'll remand Mr. Ferris in the custody of the Wayne County Jail while his case is pending. Probable cause be February 20th, preliminary examination February 26th, both in front of Judge Jacquet. Mr. Ferris, do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates?
Say is the reason why I did it was because
Mr. Ferris, I'm going to cut you off, sir.
Sir, please be quiet. Step aside, Mr. Ferris. Step aside.
Okay.
Jeez.
A motive unknown, the crime unthinkable. We begin with new chilling details tonight about the carjacking and killing of a 60-year-old.
This is the story. This is what happened. This is the story. That was the arraignment. This is the story. Shout out to Doug Chunks, man. This is the story. You said no notification again. YouTube sucks. Oh man, that's all right, man. We in the building, man. We rocking on, man. We keeping it going, man. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it, man. Don't let them get you down, man. Don't let them get you down, man. Just hit that like button, man. Sponsor the show.
A motive unknown, the crime unthinkable. We begin with new chilling details tonight about the carjacking and killing of a 60-year-old man at a Detroit gas station. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 5. I'm Simon Shakett.
And I'm Rudolph Olsenite. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We've been following this since early Tuesday morning.
Yeah, today for the first time, we learned the suspect is accused of running over the victim with his own vehicle 3 times. That suspect later arrested after a chase, and today he appeared before a judge to face charges.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wimbley has the stunning and disturbing new account from officials and is hearing from the victim's friend, who says he never stood a chance.
Yeah, that suspect appeared in court via video wearing what appeared to be a self-protection smock. He's facing carjacking and murder charges and is being held without bond.
The reason why I did it was because
Mr. Ferris, I'm going to cut you off, sir.
Sir, please be quiet. Step aside, Mr. Ferris.
Kevin Ferris nearly incriminated himself in court. The 25-year-old is accused of killing Keith Grouse in a brutal attack at the Sunoco gas station on Joy Road in Prevost on Detroit's west side Tuesday morning.
Once the victim walks outside of the gas station, he begins pumping gas. And when he opens the door, the defendant's inside the vehicle. They begin fighting. The defendant throws the victim to the ground, kicks him multiple times when he's on the ground. He continues to punch and kick the victim. He eventually gets in the motor vehicle, reverses the motor vehicle, drives forward on top of the victim, and then circles around the gas station 3 times and drives on top of the victim and drags the victim across the parking lot of the gas station on 3 different occasions.
Ferris was later arrested after leading Dearborn and state police on a chase in that stolen Jeep. The pursuit ended when he crashed into a police vehicle at Greenfield and Warren, roughly a mile from where Grouse was left to die.
He was a loving person who just wanted to be loved.
Mary Smetler knew Grouse for more than 30 years and says she was devastated when she learned what happened to her friend, who she called Tweet.
It hurt my heart because Tweet couldn't even defend himself if he was in a fight. He had MS and it got progressive. You know,
Wow.
He could hardly walk. So to do something like that, it was like, you know, fighting a kid.
Ferris' defense lawyer says the 25-year-old is taking medication for mental health and works at a nursing home doing patient care. Smetler and the Grouse family has this question for Ferris.
How could you do that? Why would you do that to somebody?
It's a question that for now remains unanswered. Now, Ferris will be back in court next Friday for a probable cause exam. The following week, a judge will determine if there's enough evidence for him to go to trial. I'm Randy Wimbley, 7 News Detroit.
Absolutely devastating. Thank you so much, Randy.
A D.C. high school student charged in a violent crime spree across Baltimore, including a murder in Harbor East, has entered a plea deal. Fox 45's Alexa Ashall was inside the courtroom. She joins us live with what happened and when the team will be back in court. Alexa.
Yes, Mary. Quante Spinks pleaded guilty to multiple charges in multiple crimes, including that murder in Harbor East.
Quante Spinks. Jeez. I'm in a bow shop, man. Fuck it, hey, man. Shout out to Raw Rodriguez, man. Good morning to you too, bro. Void Surfer says, did you see the Restore Britain announcement? Rupert Lowe is Union Jack. Restore, we can check that out. We can check that out. The Restore Britain. We'll look at that. We'll look at that. Young Phenom 84 says they had to stop him from self-incrimination. That boy ain't got 2 brain cells to rub together. Locked and bubble lips up. Man, listen, man. They should have let him incriminate himself. Why they stop him? You need a slam dunk on that case, man. Let them. Nah. Let them. You said, what did you call it? Britain, something Britain? Restore Britain? I'm gonna put that in the search bar. Save that. Hey, can I just get a? I don't know. Hey, the synopsis of that shit. I don't know, man. Let's go. Let's get back to Let's get back to this, man.
A D.C. high school student charged in a violent crime spree across Baltimore, including a murder in Harbor East, has entered a plea deal. Fox 45's Alexa Ashall was inside the courtroom. She joins us live with what happened and when the team will be back in court. Alexa.
Yes, Mary. Quante Spinks pleaded guilty to multiple charges in multiple crimes, including that murder in Harbor East. Today, that victim's family also present in the courtroom. Here inside Baltimore City Circuit Court, Quante Spinks entered into a plea agreement. According to the state, the now 20-year-old pleading guilty in connection to 8 violent crimes committed across Baltimore back in September and October of 2024, including the fatal shooting of 36-year-old Antonio Peoples, who was gunned down near a valet in Harbor East.
Getting another call for this shooting. Says 10 gunshots, number 1 male laying on the ground.
The crime rattling the popular district.
I saw him performing CPR on a man.
Months later, Baltimore police announced Spinks' arrest for the crime and connected the then teen to multiple other crimes, including the attempted murder of a man walking on Light Street near the Maryland Science Center, 3 armed carjackings, including one near Horseshoe Casino, another near Johns Hopkins Hospital, and the third not far from Camden Yards, and 2 armed robberies, including one on the same block.
Yo, this nigga was a menace. This was a bad dude, man. This is a bad dude, man. Did we give him a plea deal?
Block as a downtown Baltimore hotel. In charging documents, investigators indicated it was not believed Spinks acted alone and say they connected him to the crimes using DNA evidence, surveillance footage, cellular data, and a comparison of ballistic evidence. Following his arrest, it was revealed Spinks, who was 18 years old at the time, was a student at the Washington, D.C. public school Garnett Patterson Stay, any juvenile record protected by.
I used to live around the corner from this school. I didn't even know that school was still open.
Any juvenile record protected by law. Outside the Baltimore City Circuit Courthouse, the family of Peoples declining to speak, saving their words for Spinks' future sentencing. Spinks will be sentenced April 27th. During that time, any victim impact statements will be presented.
Hi, I'm Vincent Hill. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Follow Fox Baltimore on social media for more videos just like this.
Restore Britain. Is there a shorter version? Okay, let me see this.
I have chosen to speak to you today from the farm because places like this represent what proper Britain is about. Hard work, responsibility, effort, duty, stewardship. This is the England I know, and this is the England that I love. On a farm, you don't think in election cycles or headlines or polling. You think in seasons. You think in generations, in what you leave behind to those who come after you. And that's why, here on the farm, I am now launching Restore Britain as a national political party. I'm now going to dedicate my life to finding, organizing, funding, and providing hundreds of qualified candidates to present to the British people at the next general election. This process has already started, with invitations being issued to patriots in aligned political parties, Reform, the Conservatives, the SDP, Advance, and more. In local politics, we will work in partnership with localized political parties, such as Great Yarmouth First, that have the best interests of their residents at heart, combining our forces at the next general election. The men and women standing for Restore in that election will not be politicians. I promise you that. They will not be failed ministers. They will not be tainted by failures of the past. They will be.
So I guess Restore Britain. It's a little late, man. Where was this guy like 10 years ago, man? It's a little late, man. I think it's a little late.
So last night, I sat in a freezing cold theatre at the end of Britannia Pier in Great Yarmouth and watched a man who'd been expelled from his own party, reported to the police by his own colleagues, had armed officers raid his farm, stand up in front of a packed crowd and announce a new political party. The room gave him a standing ovation. His launch tweet hit 2.4 million views within hours. Elon Musk endorsed it almost immediately, and a poll already has 1 in 10 voters saying they'd back him. The man is Rupert Lowe. The party is Restore Britain. And whether you think he's the answer or a madman on a farm in Norfolk, the political establishment is bricking it. Because everything they threw at him, the police reports, the WhatsApp leaks, the armed raid, the briefings to journalists that he had dementia, none of it worked. He's still here, and now he's got a party. So how did we get here, and should you actually care? Stay with me, I promise you, this one matters. Right, so before we get into the politics, I want to tell you what it was actually like in that freezing cold theatre, because I was actually there, and I think that aids Lowe's response, having sat with him as an MP for 8 months, I've already got plenty of them in my back. Very good. Right, so Reform's approach to an internal disagreement was started as a movement.
So they're supposed to take Britain back. It's too late, man. Who thinks it's too late, man, for Britain, man? I think it's too late, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm not saying, don't do this shit, but I just think it's too late. I think it's too late. Is it never too late for the English? I don't know, man. It look like it's just...
We'll get to more front pages in just a moment, but I'm itching to introduce you to my studio guest, one of the country's...
Why these English people always look so damn raggedy, man? Look at this motherfucker right here. Look at this motherfucker right here, man. You know his teeth is pointing in fucking 32 different directions. English people a trip, man. That's why y'all got y'all country took it over, man.
Country's finest comedians and political broadcaster, Steve N. Allen. Good morning, Steve-O.
Good morning. I only turn up for the intro. That's all I like. I just need it. My ego needs a bit of that.
Well, listen, I tell you, every word is true. Rupert Lowe has launched a brand new party of the right, and it's called Restore Britain. He's an intelligent guy. He's got many fans out there, including many watching to and listening to this show. But would a divided right hand 5 more years of power to Labour?
Yep. I mean, we've already got a divided right, and this is dividing the divided right. So mathematically, this is what the left has done for ages. Like, historically in this country, it's been true to say that the right fights the left and the left fights itself. It's this purity politics of, oh, you're not left enough, you're centre-right, which is effectively a Tory. Sorry, centre-left, which is effectively a Tory. There's parts of the left that will hate you for not being full on right up to the brink of like, oh, are you sure this communism thing's bad? If you're not one of those, then you're effectively a Tory.
And it's about ideological purity, isn't it?
And that's...
Man, I ain't getting into all that, man. But yeah, man, we'll see, man. I think it's too late. Whatever they're trying to do is too late.
Tonight, new details about the man accused of murdering a customer in the drive-thru of a St. Louis Starbucks near Tower Grove Park. Thanks so much for joining us for 5 on Your Side at 6. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Charges announced in the case just hours ago. It appears to be a random attack. We're also learning more about the victim and the impact they had on the community. We have 2 reports tonight. Let's begin with Tracy Hinson. She's live on Grand, and Tracy just heard from St. Louis Police this afternoon.
Mike and Kelly, the suspect's name is Keith Brown, and he has a lengthy criminal history dating back to 1986. He's been sentenced to up to 45 years in jail previously. Now, in the past 5 days, he is suspected of 3 robberies, including one that ended in tragedy when police say he shot and killed a 28-year-old in the Starbucks drive-thru. In all 3 of those robberies, he was wearing a construction-type reflective vest. Surveillance images of him were not released until after yesterday's murder. Today, SLMPD is explaining why surveillance images from the robberies on the 6th and 8th were not released before the crime on the 10th.
There were questions about that, the robberies themselves were different. You had a robbery that occurred inside of a store, and then you had something that happened in a drive-thru. At that point, we were just beginning to understand that there was a potential pattern here.
Yo, is this a fucking Pat? Is this guy, like, is he a man? Like, is he identifying as a man, or is he like really a man? I'm no thanks, man. I'm cool, man. I don't want you charging my police, man. I don't even know if you a fucking man or not, man. You a they, them. I don't want no they, them. Fuck is this guy, man?
McCoy said it was not clear until yesterday that there was a pattern. He says that they worked with the FBI St. Louis, that's actually stationed inside St. Louis SLMPD headquarters there on Olive Street, to figure out who this suspect was. Live outside of the Starbucks here in South City, I'm Tracy Hinson, 5 on Your Side.
So tonight, the skating community is mourning the loss of one of its own. The Metro Edge Figure Skating Club confirms that Coach Sam Linehan was killed in yesterday's Starbucks shooting near Tower Grove. Our Megan Kernan is live in Webster Groves, where teammates and students are
Man, white people taking them L's. Take it on the chin, white folk. Take it on the chin.
remembering Sam's legacy.
Mike, the loss is heavy here at the rink tonight. The Metro Edge Figure Skating Club says they learned yesterday that Coach Sam Linehan died in the tragic shooting, calling it an unimaginable loss for their figure skating community. Sam Linehan was just 28 years old and was the general manager of Sotto on the Hill. Employees there were visibly shaken today, telling us they're heartbroken. The restaurant posted on social media that it's closed tonight so staff can grieve. Earlier today, I spoke with Sam's longtime coach who worked with them since childhood and was overcome with emotion remembering the person and athlete Sam became at the Webster Groves Ice Arena. In a statement, the skating club says Sam had a long history with St. Louis Synergy, first as a competitive skater, then as a coach. According to the club's website, Sam represented Team USA with Synergy and was part of the junior team that won silver at the 2014 U.S. Synchronized Skating Championships.
Wow.
Club leaders say their focus right now is supporting these skaters and families. A sports psychologist and a grief counselor will be available here at the rink tonight to help those grieving this loss. Reporting live in Webster Groves, Megan Kernan, 5 on Your Side.
Wow.
At 6, a scary encounter just days before the murder in a St. Louis Starbucks drive-thru. I'm Corey Stark. A woman tells only First Alert 4 she had a close call with the accused killer. She spoke only to our Russell Kinsall. He is live this evening from South City. Russell?
Yeah, Corey, right now I'm at that South Grand Starbucks where that customer was shot on Tuesday. Today I spoke with a woman who said she had a close encounter with that suspected murderer 3 days before this shooting, and she also believes that she probably would have been one of his victims if he hadn't been interrupted at the last minute.
I could have been a victim. I could have been robbed.
On Saturday, Tanette Moore was carrying groceries to her car in the parking lot of the Aldi store at North Grand and Natural Bridge. She noticed a man walking toward her.
And he was coming from that way, and he was coming towards me. And he had the gun on his side.
Moore said the man was wearing a bright reflective vest, similar to the description of the suspect in the fatal shooting that would happen 3 days later at a Starbucks on South Grand.
In his eyes, he just looked like he was doing something or he was up to something, and he just stared at me.
About then, her boyfriend came out of the store and called to Moore. She said the man coming toward her with a gun quickly turned and walked away.
And I said, maybe my boyfriend saved my life.
Several days later, she saw the mugshot of Keith Brown, who's charged with...
That nigga, Jesus Christ. Fucking A, man. This fart nigger, man. Fucking fart nigger.
killing the Starbucks customer and 2 armed robberies.
I kept looking at his face and saying, oh my God, that's that guy. That's him.
It was a day before Moore's encounter with Brown that a Dollar General store nearby was robbed at gunpoint, and a day after that a Jack in the Box on South Grand was held up. And realizing the accused killer at the Starbucks is the man she came face to face with sends a chill down her spine.
And when I thought about it and looked at it on TV, I was like, oh my God, that could have been me. And that's scary.
Tanette Moore said that her boyfriend told her that from the mugshot she recognized the suspect, Keith Brown, said he had seen him multiple times in the area of North Grand and Natural Bridge. Live in Tower Grove East, Russell Kinsell, First Alert 4.
Certainly a scary encounter for that woman. Russell, thank you.
If a few more seconds had gone by, she could have died. Dramatic body camera video showing the moment a Jacksonville police officer saved a woman from that burning car. The flames sparked when a carjacking suspect drove off with a baby still in the back seat and crashed into another vehicle. Tonight, we hear from the survivor.
I honestly think maybe it was meant to happen because I'm not sure if that toddler that the young man had was even his child. So maybe it was meant to happen so that way they can rescue the child.
Golly, that poor woman. You can see how massive the fire became, potentially seconds away from disaster.
The incident happened Sunday night. Now the woman rescued from those flames shares her story of survival and her message of forgiveness for the man who changed her life forever. News4Jax reporter Chris Wills shows us how this young mother is finding the strength in the face of devastating injuries.
A quiet night.
What about the message of thanks for the fucking police that pulled her out of the fucking car? Don't tell me this bitch gonna come on here and forgive the fucking fart nigger carjacker that fucking ran into her. This story supposed to be about thanks to the police that pulled me out of this burning car. Oh, you niggas, boy, I swear to God. You niggas are something else, man. Fuck it, hey, man. Yo. You niggas are something else, man.
Injuries.
A quiet night shattered in an instant.
When I was just sharing with her how I would want a house.
You're good. A carjacking suspect fleeing police with a 1-year-old in a stolen car crashes into another driver. Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Just heard like a loud boom.
Amber Williams' car up in flames as an officer drags her to safety. Bro, I got her just in time. The mother of 2 was driving her sister home when the suspect's car slammed into them. Body camera video captured the race against time.
If he hadn't busted through that window and pulled you out, what do you think would have happened?
I think me and you probably wouldn't even be talking right now, honestly. I probably wouldn't even be here if he didn't do the things that he did.
The crash left Williams with severe burns on her face and injuries across her body. After being taken to the burn unit in Gainesville, she's now back home in Jacksonville.
What have these last couple of days since been for you?
I don't even like looking at myself. I can't recognize myself anymore, and it's painful. I can't go to sleep at night. I'm just up with severe headaches.
Williams says moving around is hard. Just standing and walking is a tough task. But through the pain, she says she finds strength in what matters most, her 7-year-old and the newborn she had just 2 weeks ago.
They have been keeping me with my head just held high and keeping me motivated and happy, and not trying to think about how my face is or how bruised my hip is and how I can't walk. When those boys look at me, they still look at me as their mom. So I just thank God that I'm able to still see their little smiles.
2 young boys keeping their mother's spirit alive as she takes each painful step toward recovery. Chris Will, Channel 4, the local station.
We need to get you away from the car. Unbelievable. Would you believe there is more? Williams had just been laid off from her job at Amazon before this happened. A GoFundMe has been set up for her and her family. More than $3,000 has been raised so far. You can find the link to donate inside this story on news4jax.com.
Shit. Fuck it, hey man. Let me go to salute to everybody out there, man. Shout out to everybody out there. We on in, man. We in, man. We in there, man. We in there. Let's see. This woman was seen begging her boyfriend to get off his knees. He joined other white people who chose to kneel to Hebrew Israelites who announced that they won't accept nothing less than white people getting down on their knees.
And we're not going to accept nothing.
But he white. Y'all leader white. I can see that in 1 second. Y'all leader is white. You niggas are crazy, man. They gonna tell us he black, right?
And we're not going to accept nothing less from white people than them bowing down on their knees. Right.
I don't.
When you know what's happening?
Get up right now. I want to go home.
You told me to tell you as a white man, you gotta deal with that Bible.
You don't believe in God. Witchcraft. So yeah. Oh my God.
White America, you gotta pay attention. You have to learn how to listen, man. If you learn to listen, then God will not hate you. We're tired of all the oppression, man. That's right. We're tired of working so hard. We're tired. Is she quiet? He is fighting love.
Who think that's not a white guy? I want to know. Does anybody think that that's not a white dude, man? Because I know these niggas, these Hebrew Israelite niggas, gonna tell him he Panamanian or some shit, or he Peruvian, he from one of the tribes or whatever the fuck they be telling him. That's a white man, man. He Hispanic? He look like a white man to me, man.
He is fighting for love. That's right. To love us.
Oh no!
Jeremy,
I want to go
fight
home.
for freedom. That's right. Fight for the love of black and Hispanic.
Get up!
Fight to honor the God who said that you would praise. You can kiss this boot.
Andrea, I love you.
No, I don't care.
I don't care. Because at the end of the day, Jesus Christ is Lord. The sins of my ancestors,
Christ is Lord.
They were wrong for what they did. And what you want me to do is before my God and before you to apologize for the sins of my man. Yes?
Correct.
Then whatever you want, I will do.
All the way down. Now, we're almost there. There's one last step. What does it say? And lick up the dust of our feet. And the last thing, Jeremy, you can kiss this boot.
Whatever you want. I want this on camera.
Yo. This is real. I know this is real because I've seen these guys in action. I've never seen them do this. But I've seen them argue with white people and debate them and shit on the corner. They used to be right across the street from my house on 8th Street, 8th and H. Every Saturday. It wasn't this particular group. It's a bunch of different factions of them, but they're all pretty much the same. This guy right here, white people are different, man. White people are different, man. He reasoning. This white guy rationalizing that shit, man. While he doing it and shit, man. That's one of y'all flaws. Press 1. It's a gift and a curse. Rationalizing and it's a gift and a curse.
I will do.
All the way down. Now, we're almost there. There's one last step. What does it say? And lick up the dust of our feet. And the last thing, Jeremy, you can kiss this boot.
Whatever you want.
He would get fucked in the ass in prison. Like, listen, we know he would get fucked in his ass in prison. If a nigga, if somebody can make you do that, it would be fucking you in your ass would be light work. If somebody could make you on the street, these dudes don't have no power over you, nothing. You can just keep on walking. Some dudes in prison could definitely fuck you in your ass in that type of environment with those type of variables and dynamics. This dude would blow the whole tier. He would suck off the entire dorm. He'd be a prison bukkake, man. You could drive an armored truck through his butthole when you get done with him, man. If you do this on the street, if you let some niggas you can just walk right past on the street do this to you, you getting fucked in your ass in prison. Press 1. Shout out to Savage, man. He said, yikes, old Yeller and self-guilty. Guilty whites as well. We'll see, man. This is bad, man. This is a bad look, white people, man. Yeah, man. I mean, come on, man. You on the street, man. You ain't got. These dudes.
I want this on. Yes.
You with your girl though. Your girl begging you. Think about it. His girl is begging, and his girl can't. Look at her. She hot, man. She begging him. No, motherfucker. I'm out here with you. You can go home and fuck me. Pause. He can go home and fuck this girl, or they can go to a restaurant down the street and have a good meal. He stopped to interact with these motherfuckers, and now he's on his knees kissing one of their boots. It's probably one of the hottest girls he ever had, man. She done with him, man. All attraction is lost, man. Look at these niggas. All these niggas, the only one that got a high IQ is the white one. Rest of these niggas got a combined IQ of probably. Rest of these niggas is like basically Somalians and shit. The only smart one is the white guy, man.
He is fighting love to love us. He is fighting the love to love us. Jeremy, fight for freedom. That's right. And fight for the love of Black and Hispanic. Fight to honor the God who said that you would praise. You can kiss this boot.
Andrea, I love you.
No, I don't care.
I don't care. Because at the end of the day, Jesus Christ is Lord. The sins of my ancestors,
Christ is Lord.
They were wrong for what they did. And what you want me to do is before my God and before you to apologize for the sins of my man. Yes?
Correct.
And whatever you want, I will do.
All the way down. Now, we're almost there. There's one last step. What does it say? And lick up the dust of our feet. And the last thing, Jeremy, you can kiss this boot.
Whatever you want. I want this on camera. I am a white.
That whatever you want, just don't sit right with me. Press 1. Whatever you want. Yo, and I know he drunk. I get it, he drunk. You can drive drunk, man. People do a lot of things drunk. Let's stop acting like drunk is just, we've all been drunk. Like, there's still limits, man. That's why a lot of drunk people get in fights. Press 1, because somebody crosses the line. You're drunk and you're like, whoa, that's too, you just crossed the line right there, buddy. That's how drunk people get in fights. Just because you're drunk don't mean you can't be cognizant of what's going on in your surroundings. Look at this fucker, man. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Jesus Christ, bro. Whatever you want. Jeez. Oh, yikes. Whatever you want. Fucking hey, man.
Last step. What does it say? And lick up the dust of our feet. And the last thing, Jeremy, you can kiss this boot.
Holy shit. You could have let him off without kissing the boot. That was mean, man. That white dude ain't had to. The white guy did. You mean, man. This white dude mean as shit. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, bro. Yo, that's fucked up, bro. You could have let him off with a warning, man. You gave him a $250 ticket, man. You could have let him off with a warning, man.
The dust of our feet. And the last thing, Jeremy, you can kiss this boot.
Whatever you want. I want this.
Holy shit. Yo, white people, man. White folk, man. Is it gay West Side Story 5? Yeah, man. I mean, on their part, it's domination. I think they're just emasculating him. I think he's bringing the gay vibes into it. I think they're out there dominating him and shit. Don't get me wrong. They're imposing their will on him. But I think the gay vibes, he's bringing all the gay vibes. I don't really think they're bringing gay vibes. I think they're dominating him. And by him being dominated, it's bringing the faggot out of him. Like, I don't know if I can explain that right. Like, them exerting that masculinity on him bringing him to his knees and conquering his spirit is bringing out the gayness. Like I don't think none of them would fuck him, but I think that like if they were in prison, they would fuck him. If they were in prison, they would fuck him. But on the street, I don't think none of them would fuck him. Even if this was happening behind closed doors, I think they would just be like, yo, you crazy. I think in prison, he would get fucked. He would definitely get fucked. Anywhere in the military, I think in the military, on a barracks, on a goddamn military barracks, he get fucked. It's the masculinity, man, is bringing too much weakness out of him. He's being conquered by just pure masculinity. I would crash out, man. I would crash out. I would just start stabbing niggas. If I was drunk like this and I woke up and I was on my knees, about to kiss somebody's foot, like I said, say y'all say it's drunkenness, right? I would crash. I would just start stabbing niggas, man. I would just start stabbing niggas, man. I would just start stabbing niggas, man. I would have to like do something masculine to overcome that. Like I had to do something super masculine to override whatever I had just done that was gay and shit. I would just start stabbing niggas.
It's on camera.
You can't say most Southern men are gay when you watching this, man. Most Southern men are gay. Are you watching what we watching? Look at this shit, man.
I am a white man. I do not agree with the sins of my past. Stop.
Don't let her distract you.
No one is distracted.
She's distracting you, Jeremy.
Jesus Christ.
Stop. Stop.
What does it say? And lick good. The dust of thy feet. And what? And lick.
Wow. Kiss that white man's boot. I wonder if they come out and they be like, what's the quota for the day? How many white people can they get on their knees, man?
Good. The dust of thy feet. Now take it home, Jeremy. This is for.
He said, take it home, Jeremy. Yo, he trolling too. Why he trolling? The white dude trolling at the same time. He said, take it home, Jeremy.
All your ancestors. You ever notice that it's always one of our people that want to love the slave master? Right. This white man wants to apologize for the sins of his fathers. And our people.
Look at these motherfuckers. Horn frog, are they in Texas?
Want to stop it. Right. This is why we're supposed to be in rulership. Because our people are the most compassionate on the face of the earth. That's right. What you're witnessing is something called Stockholm Syndrome. Right. I don't want you to...
That's a white man. Look at that stuff. He probably Jewish, too. Look at that schnauzer. You telling me that's Hispanic with that schnauzer? And them lips? No lips? This is a Jew. This is not only a white man. This is a fucking Jew, man. This is a finger rubbing together Jew. These niggas is following around a Jew. You niggas are pathetic, man. You niggas are pathetic. Jesus Christ. Just when you think niggas have hit those, just when you think you've seen the limit of nigga stupidity. Just when you think you've seen the limit of nigga stupidity, man. This is some nigga stupidity, man. I don't know what the fuck, man. This ain't no fucking burrito, man. This is not an burrito.
Burn in the lake of fire that will be America. I want.
And even if he wasn't on burrito, what the fuck did that matter? Ain't this some nigga shit? Ain't the Hebrew Israelites supposed to be some niggas? Who gives a fuck if he wasn't on burrito? He not. Jesus Christ. Fucking Fucking A, man. He said, of course the leader is Seth Goldberg. Yeah, I know I ain't crazy, man. That's a white man. He said, wait, where was Rabbi Shlomi? This is Phil. Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, y'all the only ones that didn't know that guy was a Jew, man. He said 15 minutes after befriending two black guys. Yeah. That's what I thought, man. Oh, yeah, that's a little fucking Jew. Them niggas getting led around by a fucking Jew. Ugh. Ugh. You can tell, man, sometimes I just be tired, man. Like, I just be tired, man.
White parents. Oh, poor baby. Black parents. BYAWDIA.
Bring your ass. I don't even know.
The B stands for bet.
Bet your ass would have done.
Bet you done. Better.
Bet you.
Bet you.
See, I have both white and black.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, shoot. Bet you.
You had it earlier. Bet your ass.
Bet your ass.
Bet your ass won't do it no more.
Won't do it again.
Yes.
Bet your ass won't do it again.
Yes.
Bet your ass won't do it again. Get your ass.
I love the chemistry. White parents. Oh, poor baby.
Let's see. Uh, let's see this. Oh shit.
Listen. If I can, I'll bust her ass too. If I can, nobody's ass, boy. Check it out, right? Call me.
Yeah, what you say?
I said I'm gonna give you bail. You cannot call me. You can't call me.
I can't go.
Yeah, no.
Line it up, bro.
Right here.
Here you go.
Right here.
Why Erica Wheeler though, man? Why Erica Wheeler, man? No, man. Not Erica Wheeler.
Dude. Wallet? Right here.
Erica Wheeler trash. Erica Wheeler's trash.
Hezzy, boom.
Hey.
That's it.
Erica Wheeler's trash. It's embarrassing, man.
What is that? Hey, no, he forgot. He's still.
I didn't watch none of this shit, man. I didn't watch none of this shit. Did any of you watch any of this shit?
You know what I'm saying?
That's manly.
I want that. Huh? Oh my God.
Okay.
Ain't nobody
I
going.
see you with your hat.
Me
either.
Really like you? Are you really saying you'd be at less of a risk there than you would be in Tower Hamlets? On what basis?
Well, I've been stabbed twice in London. That's the basis. There you go.
It's a big city.
So,
Sadly, that happens sometimes. Well, like you.
Yo, now you see what I'm saying? It's too late for England, right? It's too late for England. White man calling to a show. First of all, this nigga's the host of the show in England. That's the first problem. Then the white man call in and say, I don't feel safe because I've been stabbed twice. And the black man say, well, it's a city. That happens. Like, nah, nigga, that don't happen in white cities. In homogeneous white cities, you don't just get stabbed twice and shit. That ain't how it work in white cities, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, niggas?
Are you really saying you'd be at less of a risk there than you would be in Tower Hamlets? On what basis?
well, I've been stabbed twice in London. That's the basis. There you go.
It's a big city.
So,
Sadly, that happens sometimes. Well, like you. Are you really saying you'd be at less of a risk there than you would be in Tower Hamlets? On what basis?
Well, I've been stabbed twice in London. That's the basis. There you go.
It's a big city.
So,
Sadly, that happens sometimes. Well, like you. Are you really saying you'd be
Yeah, it's a big city. Yeah, one person gets stabbed twice just walking through a big city. Yeah, this happens, man.
Yeah,
I gotta
he
respect it.
he had a conviction.
Yeah.
You know, I had a moment in my journey where I had grew a disdain for Wayne just because I started listening to everything. Like I started maturing as a human, and I'm like, damn, this nigga wasn't talking about nothing for a long time. And
I
like,
think that's what his argument was.
you know, like as someone who like grew up in these communities,
right,
and grew up with homies who I seen want to be bloods because they following Wayne and want to be gangster and want to shoot all the gun bar and shit.
Right.
Like I've seen the negative that he contributed to the community, and I had to look like, man, what are the songs where he really talked about something and gave? And out of 1,000-song catalog, you know, it's minute on this end.
It's like Georgia Bush.
And that do bother man. Tie My Hands.
That's
one
what
of the
I was
greatest
gonna say.
records,
Tie My Hands
right?
is the only one I
and
can
that,
think
and,
of.
and that's the thing. It's like if I hug you once, but I slap the shit out you 1,000 times, you know, your affinity for me is going. You're probably gonna remember me for this. And a lot of people don't. You know, as I mature, a lot of my old favorite artists, I'm now like, damn.
Yeah.
Like I love you because I learned how to rap to you, but when you look at the contribution, it's like, man,
That's every rapper, man. That's every rapper, man. That ain't just Wayne. That's every last one of them. Oh, you know what? That was funny. Oh man. Let me go back to ain't nothing really going on that app, man. Ain't nothing really going on that app. That app usually be lit, man. I don't know what's happened, man. Jeez.
Good evening. I'm Keith Kate.
I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us tonight. We now know the names of the 7 people killed Tuesday in Sarasota. We are also learning more about the man suspected of committing the mass murder.
News Channel 8's Ryan Arbogast has the latest from outside the Amberley community.
The investigation began in Fort Lauderdale and ended here in Sarasota. 7 victims, a mass murder killing spree going all the way from South Florida to the Tampa Bay area that we can now call a murder-suicide. Investigators first being tipped off by a newly released 911 call.
I think my neighbor's been shot.
It was an afternoon full of murder in a gated Sarasota community Tuesday. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office swarming a house in the Amberley neighborhood after this call to police.
Oh my God.
Investigators and first responders first working to save the owner of the home.
I don't know. I heard a loud boom earlier and I thought somebody dropped something. And then I just walked outside and my neighbor Tony is laying on the ground. His house is open and there's blood all over his stomach.
Inside the doors, deputies finding 4 more victims.
Yo, women are so stupid. Press one. Women are so fucking dumb, man. They try to act like they know everything, man. Women try to like boss you around and try to like act like they know everything. Women are so fucking stupid. Press 1. Like fucking retarded, man.
I think my neighbor's been shot.
It was an afternoon full of murder in a gated Sarasota community Tuesday. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office swarming a house in the Amberley neighborhood after this call to police.
Oh my God.
Investigators and first responders first working to save the owner of the home.
I don't know. I heard a loud boom earlier and I thought somebody dropped something. And then I just walked outside and my neighbor Tony is laying on the ground. His house is open and there's blood all over his stomach.
Inside the doors, deputies finding 4 more victims, 2 men and 2 women.
Do you see any weapons? No, ma'am, but there's blood everywhere. I don't see any weapons.
Local law enforcement says they believe the shooting spree is linked to a double homicide at this home in Fort Lauderdale. Police in South Florida responding to a wellness check around the same time as the scene, finding another man and woman dead. That family was seen grieving, while neighbors in our area are still shocked.
Very tragic of what happened, and honestly can't believe that it happened in our community just because of how it's gated and never really had any violence of any kind here since.
Both departments releasing the names of those killed by suspected murderer Russell Cott late Wednesday. 2 of those who lost their lives in Sarasota running this business nearby, the Osprey Polyclinic. The clinic CEO saying he is absolutely devastated. Cott is believed to have ended his own life at the Sarasota home after shooting all 6 victims.
Is he awake? No, ma'am. He looks unconscious and is he breathing? I don't believe he's breathing. I'm not feeling a pulse.
The next step in this process is for investigators to figure out a motive. Local law enforcement tell us the suspect had no history of mental illness or violence. Reporting in Sarasota tonight, Ryan Arbogast.
Jeez.
We begin with that wild story out of Cobb County tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Courtney Bryant.
And I'm Russ Spencer. A woman is in the hospital with several broken bones after being run over by a car. The driver of that car is now in jail. Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live in Kennesaw tonight. Denise, this happened at a gas station.
Yeah, Chelsea Pruitt told me she doesn't know the driver, but she had an encounter with her at this gas station. Words were exchanged, and the next thing she knew, she had been run over by a car.
car ran over my face, but it actually didn't break any bones in my face or anything.
Not in her face, but Chelsea Pruitt has.
Yeah. Car ran over your face, didn't break any bones. You got into it with a Latina, man. That Latina was like, look, bitch, I ain't white. I ain't motherfucking kissing your feet. I ain't got no white guilt. Fuck that. Press 1.
The car ran over my face, but it actually didn't break any bones in my face or anything.
Not in her face, but Chelsea Pruitt has almost a dozen broken bones in her body after being run over by a car.
This leg's broken 3 places. I have a broken hip, a bone in my wrist. 3 bones is fractured in my back.
She also has a dislocated shoulder and broken ribs. It all started with a stop at this Quick Trip in Kennesaw with her kids for gas and snacks. It was just after midnight Saturday night. Her 12-year-old son walked out of the store and said a woman in the parking lot questioned him about why he was there alone. Pruitt came out and she and the woman got into an argument.
She started cussing me out, and I started saying some cuss words back.
Who believe that? Who believe that? Who believes that, man? Who believes that? That's how it went.
Just after midnight Saturday night, her 12-year-old son walked out of the store and said a woman in the parking lot questioned him about why he was there alone. Pruitt came out and she and the woman got into an argument.
She started cussing me out, and I started saying some cuss words back, and then she called me the N-word, and then I was just like, you know what, okay, I'm done.
Pruitt.
She might have, I don't know. The Latinas do be throwing that shit around. She might have, that might be the only thing that's true. She called her a fart nigger.
I was just like, you know what, okay, I'm done.
Pruitt says she and her son started walking away. The woman got in her car and put it in drive.
So I just pushed my son, and he got out the way, and then she hit me with the car. I fell to the ground, and then she ran me over.
Police got there and comforted her until the ambulance arrived. Meanwhile, less than half a mile away, 39-year-old Tamara Morris called police saying someone had jumped on her car and cracked her windshield.
Oh, she lied. Oh, that's a white lady. Okay, you a white woman. That's a white woman. You will get hate crime and everything. It's gonna be a hate crime.
Car and cracked her windshield. Police looked at the surveillance video and determined Pruitt did not jump on Morris's car, nor could they confirm the windshield was broken in the course of the incident. Police did, however, conduct a field sobriety test on Morris and charged her with DUI as well as serious injury by vehicle. Pruitt says she can't understand how a chance encounter ended so violently.
You could have killed me, and in front of my kids. Like, you could have killed me.
Pruitt has a long road to recovery ahead of her, and she worries about her children who witnessed it. If you'd like to read more about what happened or help the family out, go to fox5atlanta.com or Fox Local. Reporting live in Kennesaw, Denise Dillon, Fox.
Yeah. Oh man. Salute, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Great show, man. Great show, man. We'll get up out of here, man. It's been a great show, man. We come back tomorrow, man. I'm gonna try to come back a little earlier tomorrow, man. Try to come back in the PM. I'm gonna try to come back in the PM tomorrow, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Same black time, same black channel. Out of here. Subscribe.